Hello, I'm Prue Goodwin, and I've just had the delightful task of choosing the 6 winning entries for the Henrietta Branford Writing Competition. It was obvious from the start that the opening paragraph written for you by Mohammed Khan had provided you with a very good start for your stories. It triggered a lot of imagination and great ideas came out as I was reading. Now, I know that writing isn't easy. Yes, it can be enjoyable, but some people find it difficult because they imagine that it's about being neat or spelling or punctuation. Well, it's not any of those things. It's actually about the getting of ideas and expressing them in a way that keeps the reader wanting to read. This year, there were loads of good stories, and I was really happy and enjoyed reading them all. But after reading all the entries, and I've got a few of them here, I had this many, about 20 winners. So I knew I'd got to refine my judgments a bit and get to 6. I took a look at the criteria of the competition, and I knew that in that there was a little bit of a quote from me saying that I look in the writing that shows imagination and originality, and that's really what became the most important thing to me as I made the final judgment. Is the story imaginative in the way that it unfolds? Is it original? Does it just continue the opening paragraph with a little thought, or does it actually get an interpretation and made into your ideas, your story? Did the vocabulary draw me into the narrative? Did it make me want to read on to find out what happened? Or were there passages of unrelated description using too many visits to the thesaurus? It's very easy to see where that's happened in a story that's short, because a short story is very difficult to write, even for an author. Well, there were all sorts of stories. Obviously, it was set in a school, so at the beginning, the school had lots of stories written about it with zombies and mutants and giant insects. That reminded me of Kafka a bit. And then there were lots of hypnotised teachers and teachers who hypnotised pupils. And that reminded me of another lovely story, The Demon Headmaster. And of course, a lot were influenced by the current situation that we're in, the pandemic. There were obviously going to be things that related to being stuck indoors, not being able to go to school, not seeing your friends, not really knowing what to do. Even if you were being homeschooled, you've got so much time to spend. So I really loved this idea by one person who was talking about having been told that they were stuck in the house, got to stay there. Instantly, I have more time to do the things I want. I bake enormous rich chocolate cakes oozing with dark cocoa buttercream, filling the kitchen with dense sweet aromas. So there were some stories, thank goodness, that were both amusing and happy. There was, of course, a lot of screaming and sobbing, but not all the crying was sad. This story intrigued me. A silent tear gently fell from my eye, but for the first time in a while, it wasn't a cry for help or an overdramatic tear. It was a happy tear, because boys can cry. In the end, the final 6 had aspects about them that really made them stand out. It was very, very difficult, but there was a question: was it a story? Was it original? The vocabulary, all of those things adding together to make the final choices. And you're going to hear who has won in a moment, but not from me. I just want to finish by saying I think everyone who joined in this competition deserves a big well done, just for doing it. And I hope you enjoyed doing the writing for yourself, not just for getting it marked or graded or winning a competition. Because whether or not you win, everyone has got a writer's voice, and all of you certainly had. And to find it, all you have to do is keep writing. And now let's find out who's won this year's Henrietta Branford Writing Competition. Good luck!